It's something when you can quiet your mind and your soul and just think and hear. You know what happens? Things start coming to your mind. It's called ideas.
AAMEN is a group for African Americans, and it's also helped change our community in different ways and forms.
From your potential inside. And when you can come up with ideas, and most of the time it's so loud we can't really think and hear. But if you just quiet yourself, get away and just kind of chill out. I went to the chairs, I went to the satellite center, got on the couch, kicked back, and just started thinking. And all of a sudden, boom, things just started coming to me. And I start writing and typing and sending text and executed. Things would have took me the whole day to get done. I got half it done in 10 minutes. That's what leaders do.
AAMEN is an organization that's for the betterment of Black African American males. It helps us persevere and it helps us get more knowledge of what we got to do.
Man, we can change this whole entire region with this team in here.
AAMEN is a group for African American Black males, but also any race can come. So it's a group to help people like young males, help them in the world.
Hurry up. I believe in community-oriented policing philosophy, and a big part of that is just being involved in the community, getting out in the community, and this program in particular is a way to get out and mentor the youth in the community, and so it's been a successful program and wish to continue. Being involved in the community with various programs, making that contact with the public and the community day in and day out is important. And any program that we can come up with is always a positive. And we just try to foster, these programs and keep them going. We're going to expose you to policing. We're going to talk about policing a little bit. Not so much today, but in the spring, we'll bring you down to the police department and we'll spend several hours during the day. We'll feed you lunch and we'll talk about policing and what goes on in policing and why we do what we do. There's always, turn in the news day in and day out, there's things that go on in the world of policing that affects everyone across the country. And have these programs let people understand what policing is all about is a key aspect to understanding what's going on and why things are done the way they are and why the outcome is what it is. It may not be what you think it's going to be, but sometimes the outcome is different than what's expected. And there's a reason for it. And so it's all about education, communication and education. So I think this is a great program. I've known Mr. Woods for several years, ever since he started the City Youth Ministries a long time ago. And that program is a huge success.
I think it's important to be involved in the community and show a path for young people, how to make good life decisions and how to develop skills that teach them honesty, integrity, and hard work ethic, and just bond with them in a way that it would open up doors at the police department that they would feel comfortable speaking to us and maybe on more friendly terms other than just maybe an encounter on the street. This particular event, having the golf aspect involved in it is such an individual sport. I think it could teach a young man or a young person that, relying on yourself to make good decisions and having integrity to play a game like golf could really translate into their life. Like, no matter what kind of situation I'm in, I have the ability to make a decision that affects me and own that decision in a positive way.
The rules of golf are there to help you, not to hurt you. Much like the rules of society and the laws that we have are actually there to help you, not to hurt you. I was playing in a tournament. It was a 36-hole qualifier. I went around the first 18 holes in even par, which put me a little above where I wanted to be. It was going to take probably 4 under par to make the cut and qualify for the National Club Pro. Well, on the first hole of the second round, I hit a shot in like this. really close to the hole. So I marked my ball, and I let the other guys putt out, and I went up for my turn, placed my ball, picked my marker up. I then was lining up my putt, took my stance, grounded my club. The ball moved, just maybe a quarter of an inch, but it moved, and I knew it had moved. I stepped back and I looked at my playing partners. I said, the ball moved. Oh, we didn't see it. I said, I did. The ball moved. Well, I work with a lot of kids, and I work with a lot of kids that have golf as an opportunity. It's easy for them to come to the golf course and play. This program lets me reach kids that don't. They don't have the opportunity to come to the golf course. This is something that is totally new to them, and it just gives them another life skill. You know, something that in the future maybe we can introduce them to the game and they'll play it in the future. Golf in itself just inherently is about honesty, integrity, and respect. And if you can get that across to some kids, you are making some real differences in their life. Many years ago, I had a young man that was really headed down a bad path. And he came from a good family, but school was a struggle, F's and D's. College was not in his future. He was really falling apart. And we got him playing golf. And he was terrible. He was not good. But he persevered. Gave him lessons. He worked at it. I don't know that I had a kid work any harder. And that young man, by the time he was a senior, was playing golf, was shooting in the low 80s and high 70s. And his grades went from D's and F's to C's, B's, and A's. He was able to go to college. He got his degree and has gone on to be a successful businessman. He lives in Dallas, Texas now. And I have a young man that's on tour, but my favorite story isn't the young man that made the tour. My favorite story is a young man that basically saved his life. They have a FedEx playoff at the end of the year to kind of determine who is the FedEx champion. And there's a prize pot at the end of that. The guy that wins that wins $10 million. $10 million? $10 million. I'm trying to do that. Pretty crazy, isn't it?
People said, just give me an opportunity. You just need an opportunity, and you can make it happen. You just need the opportunity. The opportunity.
Any question you want to?
Any question you want to for our law enforcement to help change our community for the future. Leaders. Yeah, that is good.
What is the solution to police violence against black men?
Oh, that's a good question. Did anybody hear that? Say it one more time, DeWan. I mean, Benny, I said Benny. I'm sorry, Benny. Go ahead and say it again, Benny. Go ahead.
What is the solution to police violence against black men?
What is the solution?
I'm not trying to get it.
No, you don't have to guess. It's already in you. It's already in you, but you got to process it. Okay, listen, here we go.
Like most black people, when they see the police, they automatically get scared of what they see on social media or on the news. But really, like, not all police are bad police. Like, you gotta get like deeper than all. You gotta talk to them.
Yes, I know.
About everything.
I say it because really, like, sure, we see like black people. We see police officers. We don't like them automatically. But sure, we got some ignorant people. Like, so, say a gangbanger, a hood or something like that. They say they don't like the police, but they really don't. But sure, it's like we destroy for lack of knowledge. So we got to know why we don't like the police instead of just saying we don't like the police. We got to know history and stuff behind all that.
Why was the first police badge a runaway slave patrol badge? Then next it was formed to the KKK badge. Then it became they started saying police badge. They're trying to police everybody.
So it started,
David.
It first
it started with a slave bag.
It's the evolution of a police base.
It started off as a runaway slave bag, then formed into what it is today.
That's gonna be some good stuff right there. Watch this. Watch this. Shh. Guys, watch this.
I need you to speak louder.
You guys have any fear? Shut up. This was told to me. As the lieutenant was the count of black people in jail.
Tony,
I got a question. Do black kids in school take for granted education?
What?
really, that question was pretty much based for everybody in here. They probably can answer that. But so that question was loud because why is it that when the majority actually thinks about us as a culture, why is it they don't take it serious? You never know what's going to be said that's going to change a person's thinking forever. One word, one idea, one concept will revolutionize your life.
If you understand and gain self-knowledge of who you are, where you come from, what you should be doing, and it's a motivational factor that it'll overcome all of these silly things that you see on television. You know, you see something on television, you put the most unarticulate, the most ridiculous looking person, that's who they'll run to for the microphone. Okay? That's not necessarily you or me. Okay? And what I mean is, you guys need to get the root of that. Who are you? I answer, what's the brother right there? What do I ask y'all every time I meet y'all? Who are you? And I don't mean that from just a skim level. Who are you? You're not your money. You're not your clothes. You're not your community where you live in that. You're not your skin. Who are you? And then that can be a motivational factor to make you want to get up and do some things and make some changes.
So now it's like, what do I need? What can I do to help maybe change your perception or let you see, make you see the other side of the coin? There's always two sides of the story. So put yourself on the other side and look at it sometimes. Yes, sir.
Why do you think that some people seem to like judge someone based off or judge something based off what they heard or what they've seen rather than what they know?
Because we're a nation of sheep. You know what sheep do? Sheep get together and they walk around going, bah, bah. They follow each other around and just do what everybody else does. They don't step up and lead. They don't ask the questions. It's the true leaders that ask the questions and go back and go, hey, you know what? That information is wrong. You're the leaders. You're the future. Don't be the sheep. Be the sheepdog. Be the protector. Oversee. Do. Take action.
I think today has been a great event. We had a lot of fun. We talked this morning, had a great conversation with a lot of community leaders and our law enforcement and our young AAMEN mentees had great questions. I think this is always important, how you have to have community engagement, because to solve anything you got to find solutions. And we just kind of open up in our lives this morning and today just to spend time with each other, get to know each other, and build a better and safer community right here in Jonesboro.
The greatest thing is to sit back and just watch how you respond. You know what I'm saying? Watch the reaction, the deposition, the emotion, the thought process, how you're going to answer, or how they will answer when you speak truth to power. The greatest test as a leader, watch this, remember this, write this down if you need to. The greatest test of a leader, the greatest test is how you handle power.